Anyone can and verify this. But how are we going to distribute this? I mean, we don't really talk to these customers, do we? You know, there are 500,000 downloads of Firefox a day. What are we going to do? Well, it turns out there's over 1 million downloads of iTunes a day. As a matter of fact, there have been over 500 million downloads of iTunes to Windows machines. Over 500 million. And so we know how to reach these customers. And we're going to do exactly that. So there are 3 different versions of Safari 3. One that runs on Leopard, one that runs on XP, and Vista. And we are releasing them to you today as a public beta on Leopard. It's in your developer preview. We are also releasing today a public beta that runs on both Windows and Tiger. Since nobody outside of the developer conference gets Leopard, we're going to release it on Tiger and on Windows today. It's a free beta. Apple.com/Safari. You can go get it today. And who knows, maybe we can grow our Safari share in the future. We're going to go try. So that's Safari on Windows. We hope you like it. So there you have it. Leopard, Safari on Windows. But I do have one last thing that I want to talk about. And that, of course, is the iPhone. The iPhone ships on June 29th. That is just 18 days from today. I believe at 6 p.m. in the evening they will go on sale. June 29th, 18 days from today. Now, what about developers? What about developers? We have been trying to come up with a solution to expand the capabilities of iPhone by letting developers write great apps for it and yet keep the iPhone reliable and secure. And we've come up with a very sweet solution. And let me tell you about it. So, we've got an innovative new way to create applications for mobile devices. Really innovative. And it's all based on the fact that iPhone has the full Safari inside it. The full Safari engine is inside of iPhone. And it gives us tremendous capability, more than has ever been in a mobile device to this date. And so you can write amazing Web 2.0 and AJAX apps that look exactly and behave exactly like apps on the iPhone. And these apps can integrate perfectly with iPhone services. They can make a call. They can send an email. They can look up a location on Google Maps. After you write them, you have instant distribution. You don't have to worry about distribution. Just put them on your internet server. And they're really easy to update. Just change the code on your own server rather than having to go through this really complex update process. And they're secure with the same kind of security you'd use for transactions with Amazon or a bank. And they run securely on the iPhone so that they don't compromise its reliability or security. And guess what? There's no SDK that you need. You've got everything you need if you know how to write apps using the most modern web standards to write amazing apps for the iPhone today. You can go live on June 29th. And we'd like to show you an example of the kind of apps that you can write starting today. So I'd like to bring up Scott Forrestal, our VP of iPhone software, who's going to show us one of those apps.
Okay, not only am I going to show you how you can build great applications for iPhone using web technologies, but also how your applications running on the iPhone can take advantage of all the built-in native services as well. So let's get going. Here is an iPhone, and we have it tethered up here so you can get the video out there. I push the button to wake it up. Again, we have this great touch screen. Slide across. We are unlocked. This is the home screen. So all of your applications are going to run right here in the Safari application. Now, as Steve said, this is the exact same Safari engine that we have running on iPhone as we have running on both the Mac OS X and now Windows. So, I can do things like double tap to zoom in, double tap to zoom out. All the standard web pages out there just work on the phone. But what's really exciting is you can build custom applications for the phone that have the look and feel of the phone. So we actually built one of these. And it's Apple Directory. Our IS team decided they wanted to have a custom application for iPhone to get into our corporate address book database. Now this database is backed by an LDAP database, but they wanted to build something which looked and felt natural on the phone, and that's what they've done. It actually took less than 1 person month to do this. It used all web standards, nothing special, and it's under 600 lines of code to do the whole thing. Let me tap here on Apple Directory. You see we automatically slide up the keyboard. I'll go ahead and search for, let's say, John, if I can type here today. That's fine. Shake on stage. So here's John. Now you see it did the lookup into the LDAP database, brings back this website, which looks exactly like the built-in applications. You get the scrolling, you see, it's all touch interface, scrolling. Let me go ahead and choose someone, say John Keith here. And again, it brings that card back. Here is the card running in this web application. Now, as I said, you get the same look and feel, the same behavior as you do for the built-in applications. So let me show you that to you. If I hit the home button here, here's our home screen. Let me go into our native contacts application. Right? So again, it's all the same scrolling, same columns and everything. If I tap on Tim Cook, here's what Tim Cook's card looks like in the native built-in contact application. If I hit this home button, take you back to this app. This is a web application. It looks the same. So that's great. But the next thing I said is we can actually take advantage of the built-in services of iPhone from these web applications made for phone. So if I tap here on the phone number, it automatically goes and calls the person. So you can call right from your web application. Another one here, it has an email address. If I tap on that, it slides up the built-in mail service. So this is the built-in compose window comes up. You can type something here, compose a message right from your application. Let me say, what if I was interested in seeing the floor plan of John Keith? So I can tap on here. Again, goes back, does a standard web query, comes back with an image. This could be a PDF, it could be a JPEG, it could be a TIFF, almost any image type. I can even take and I can watch this, I can 2-pinch, zoom it up. So it's a multi-touch display. Move it around, zoom it up just like that. There's his office. I can double tap, and zooms back down. And I go back to his card. I can even, here, tap on his address. This address takes me directly to the built-in Google Maps application.